Hey everybody, it's Maureen, your local lender with Rate, here with this week's Mortgage Minute. Now, if you've been watching mortgage rates this week, you have probably noticed that they were moving higher. And in fact, almost every single day we were seeing an adjustment, all while several economic reports this week would normally have been supportive of lower mortgage rates. But unfortunately, the market just had something else on its mind, the geopolitical tensions in the Middle East. Now, as concerns over Iran intensified, oil prices climbed, inflation concerns resurfaced, and then mortgage rates, well, they followed suit, therefore once again reversing some of those modest improvements we had seen in recent weeks. And as you all now know, mortgage rates just aren't determined by one report. They're influenced by a combination of things: inflation, employment, Federal Reserve policy, the bond market, and even world events. And unfortunately, this week's geopolitical headlines, well, they overshadowed some otherwise encouraging economic data that was fairly positive for the bond market. So the June jobs report showed the economy added only 57,000 jobs, which is well below expectations, and prior months, well, they were revised downward another 74,000 jobs. ADP employment data is suggesting that hiring is cooling. And normally, weaker employment data can help mortgage rates because it reduces inflationary pressure and increases the possibility of future Fed rate cuts. But this week, those reports took a backseat to rising oil prices and global uncertainty. Now, housing continues to show resilience. Home values increased 0.6% in May, and they're foreseeing another 5% appreciation over the next year. Now, the biggest takeaway this week is volatility. Markets are continuing to react to both economic reports and global events, which means mortgage rates can change significantly from one day to the next. Markets will remain focused on whether the conflict broadens further and whether energy prices continue to climb. For mortgage borrowers, well, the renewed inflation concerns and weaker MBS market are translating into more upward pressure on the rate sheets. So until tensions ease, headline risk is likely to remain the primary driver of the market direction. All right, everyone, that's it for this week's Mortgage Minute. Thank you for watching, and please like or share, and I will see you next week.